Hi there, Aries. This is your October reading for 2017, general reading. So thank you so much for coming by. This is my first channel. I've been doing readings for a while. I've been doing brief introductions as it comes out when I've been doing the other videos for the other signs. If you're watching this and this is a rising sign, or you've seen one of my videos already and you've subscribed and liked, thank you so much. Thank you. It really is encouraging, and yeah, I'm glad that it's working for some people, and it's nice to have another door open that can facilitate healing, and that's what I hope to offer. If anything, a place of comfort and feeling safe and feeling heard, known, and seen in some capacity. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. I do intuitive readings, and I do, as you can see, I use divination tools like the tarot. I also have been starting to work with the Akashic records, so that is another thing that comes into play. I tap into the collective of energy of Aries, and that's where I do these general readings. I've usually only done personal and private sessions, so doing general has opened up my intuitive skills to another level, so it's been good. I'm glad I'm doing this, and I think that's what Aries is feeling, kind of. You feel glad about what you're focusing in on, what you're doing right now. Feel of contentment. Some obstacles there. Let's see. And you can pray to Ganesha. Maybe he'll remove them for you. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it, and I think you'll get an idea as I go what type of a reader and what my skill set is, basically. So here we go. Yes, I kind of sensed it. That's nice. Okay. And I don't read reversals unless it makes sense. Okay, now I know, like, isn't it better if it's upside down? But it's not what I'm feeling intuitively, and yeah. Alright, so I'm taking a look at the cards here and lining them up just so. I'm not going to say right off the bat that this is a broken heart. Three of Swords is something dealing with some sharp words that have been said to you, some painful thoughts that have hurt your heart, and it can be, it can mean heartbreak. However, you have the Queen of Pentacles next door. So this tells me more, and they are swords, so what's coming up for me here is really, it's just, a lot of arguing maybe, and some words that have been exchanged that aren't very great. I'm not sure with who, but the Queen of Pentacles shows up, and that's a prosperous sign, so it could be about the dichotomy in your life right now. Perhaps you're flourishing financially, but you're also dealing with heartbreak of some kind. It could be romantic, it could be just a friend letting you down, it could be your partner, it could be your child, your parent, cousin, whatever. There's a feeling of being let down. Excuse me. I've been doing a lot of readings and talking today. And yes, if you like this, by the way, hit the like button and subscribe, and keep up with me as I do this and grow. And if you want a private reading, I'd be more than happy. And I am, filling up as I go. So it's been a ride. But definitely check out the information on what's listed below, and let's just get back into it. Yeah. And I use humor along with everything. I won't be announcing all this stuff every video. It's just these are my first ones, so I want to introduce myself, and from that, then we'll always jump into it. And everything has been sage and Palo Santo'd, and I do meditations daily, and so don't worry if any of you are worried. I don't know why. Some concern, some having faith. I think the broken heart is part of what's... It kind of came out of nowhere, and it happened recently, and it's been kind of still... It really came out of nowhere. And kind of like some words were exchanged and a fight happened, or somebody said something about you, and it just was like out of left field. And it really felt like, oh my gosh, this person just totally... To me, this is like I'm feeling like stabbed in the back kind of thing. I don't like that type of stuff. Nobody does. The thing with Pentacles and Swords is it's better than having emotions. I mean, you do have some loss here, but it can mean different things in my readings when I do the readings and whatever is being communicated to me via the divine. So let's see. And understanding some archetypal psychology, studying it, so I won't go into too much detail about every detail that I see. But it could be that some of you are finding out that you are going to have a child. Someone is going to have a child. Someone is pregnant, is trying to get pregnant. And maybe it was something that this was something maybe a lot of people didn't think you could do. I'm getting kind of you feel like someone kind of didn't really have faith in you, and that kind of twisted your heart up. This is the part that's, at least, this is in the past. This is the present past that we're moving from, and since these readings are coming in later, I do it randomly. I pick them out of a hat. So I throw them in there and pull them out. So it just came up for Aries to come at this point. So, going and traveling, maybe going for a hike, is going to help you with tempering some of the emotions. And I know, go take a hike. I'm not saying go take a hike. Like, I'm saying being in nature and being out there on gravel, on ground. You need to be with nature. And I think perhaps your mate or someone you know, I feel like there's somebody that's going to be providing you comfort and care. Perhaps an earth sign. So I think that you're learning to temper some feelings from this disappointment or hurt. And you're finding solace in the arms of maybe your mom or somebody with a nurturing quality. That's what I'm getting this time when I look at the Queen of Pentacles. And there's a sense of comfort, and I think there was a lot of distraction, but this person's able to help you focus, and that's important to you because you always want your pentacles, you want your coins in place. Aries is very, very sure about that. Like, money it means more sometimes to Aries. It makes them sometimes feel how powerful they really are, and it's very much connected with the ego. And You know, I think this is a time that you're... See, when we have the Five of Cups, I feel as though the cups are spilled, the ones that are spilled over. There's some red fluid and some green fluid that is coming out of the cups. And perhaps you made a mistake at some point too. It was an accident. It wasn't something that you meant to do. So it's possible this is actually going in more of a romantics also area. So I'm receiving information for the general collective of Aries right now, and there's been some loss of... See, your emotions are very much connected with your pentacles, so it's not a surprise for me, you know, to see pentacles in your reading. It's usually, I mean, you got the Ace of Pentacles and you have the Eight of Pentacles here, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles. So pentacles are on point. Using that and keeping that. So this is, you know, financially for one situation. And another situation that I'm seeing is perhaps a pregnancy with someone who... This is what's coming up. It's someone who's broken your heart, and now, you know, part of that going into nature, I think it's about you handling, you know, this person really got you to lose your temper, and perhaps that led you to say some things and make a mistake. But, you know, I think there's the Four of Cups appears, and to me it's it's like 5 cups got knocked down, and now you got 4 cups here. And through temperance, through the work that you do, like this was in reverse initially. So it was in reverse, and some of you need to go see the doctor too, get your physical done. It's just things that come up. So you need to go check with the doctor, some of you. I'm like the random Indian mother that will just point out things out of the ordinary. So it's just like that with me and my readings. It'll come up and I'll be like, okay, well. So go to the doctor, some of you, because some of the feeling you're getting is health related. So getting back to which situation was I going on? There's 3 situations that I'm seeing here. I'm going to have to narrow it down. Packed month for you guys, Aries. So getting back to, I think some of you, there might be a child or something on the way, or maybe a business deal or something that is bearing fruits here of your labor. Okay. And this person that it was connected to broke your heart, and you're taking time to get back connected with nature, and you know, maybe with these moon cycles, the harvest moon, or going for a hike, and just what I'm seeing here is there's a pathway in the back, and what caught my eye is the light in the back. So I just see you walking down a path and finding illumination and a way to temper with this situation and finding a resolve, because this feels like a very heavy situation. If it's that, obviously it's quite heavy. So perhaps this is the individual feeling regret and shame for shame. I don't mean to use that word. I try and take certain words out of my vocabulary, shame being one of them. But it's been there for a while and we all deal with it. So there is shame here but shame should be eradicated from everyone. That is not a necessary. We end up feeling it, but it's really from fear. So fear that others have that they put and project onto you, which makes you feel guilt, and which then also seems to connect with shame. So there is some shame and embarrassment here. And then there is an offering, and one of you or the other person is just like, I don't know. I'm not sure about this. And you know what you did. You know how you talked to me or what you said. But notice that you are in blue skies. You are on a green field, and you did receive 4 cups after you lost 5. Sorry, Ganesha. And you know, you're kind of breaking even like you always do sometimes, Aries. You guys always break even. Somehow you break even. Like the Seinfeld episode, if you've seen it. Well, this is something that I grew up like having this in me, and it's been growing over time. So I don't read like others, I guess. Everyone reads differently, actually. And as I'm looking at this, though, when we get to the 8 of Pentacles, somebody needs, like I was just like, why am I putting another disclaimer about, like, you know, when I'm sensing into it and I'm going through that energy, it's like a lot of you feel like you need to put disclaimers and keep explaining yourself, and you don't really need to do that anymore. And so you're trying to be precise with your words. You're trying to sweep in. You're trying to stay busy with work. And yes, you're bringing in the coins. You're bringing in the money. And you're bringing in the Ace of Pentacles. And you're bringing in, like, you're hitting all of those points. So whatever is manifesting and coming forth, there is some disappointment. And you're coming from heartbreak. But you're entering into a place of, perhaps this is more material, like a business thing or some sort of a project. Something that is being given birth to or is about to come into light and into being, and it's something that's cherished by both people, and it's yeah. But there is a situation when I come into this area where I see you walking up a brown path like this one through the greenery and into seeing maybe a sunset or a sunrise. That's what I usually try and prescribe. Go see a sunset, go see a sunrise, and then let me know how you feel in the morning. After the rise, don't call me that early. So, yeah. And you go away for a while because I think, you know, you do this, but then it flips over, though, because you get the 4, so I'm not too worried about that. But you're like, no, I want 5. Well, Aries, trust me, I know, but you don't be fussy, okay? Because you have then, you're gaining more pentacles, and you're the Knight of Swords, which makes me feel like there's still this very fierce energy, not chaotic. You know, you have a deadline or something, but you're meeting it. You know, it's curious what the bottom of the deck was, and I'm saving this because I'm like, this is an interesting spread for what's at the bottom. And at the bottom, we have the Fool. So you are entering a sort of, you're jumping off the threshold here, Aries. You're definitely deciding, I'm going to jump into the unknown, but it is the known. But you're charging. You're like, yep, let's go. You are fine with it. Let's go ahead and clarify some of these cards. Clarify or find more information, whatever the divine or whatever you feel is larger than all of us that we're all connected to. Perhaps the moon and the stars? Those of you who have been affected by anything going on in nature, in California, we've been hit with a lot of fires, and it's been pretty rough for some of you and for the animals. And so if any of you watching this are dealing or trying to get through that, and just know that you're supported. Support's coming your way, and it's coming to you in a fast way. Keep that faith and belief alive. And if you can't get out in nature, maybe it's a time to kind of understand the nature in you and connect with that. Because that's a hard thing to see and to deal with. So it's a hard thing to ask, but I think adversity does make you stronger. It does open up different channels within you that you may not have had otherwise, and it allows you to do much more and receive much more. So all in all, it's not too bad. But let's go ahead and clarify temperance. Just know, I want you all to know that we're all in this together, and yeah, you're supported. Okay. I don't take flyers, but I will take this one. Interesting. Interesting. Always breaking even. Always breaking even. How is it possible? Get your Aries. Some of you are like, I don't always break even. I'm taking all of the jumpers in this reading for some reason so far. Those have felt, that feels right too. So, completion and truce. Maybe, yeah, I feel like this is kind of going, yeah. So this new beginning or welcoming of abundance, however, what part of you makes you abundant, I don't, but this person is they're an earth sign. They have some, they're gonna defend you. They're gonna be there at the end of the day, it seems. They seem a bit confused as well. Like they've been on this horse. They've been on this same, or perhaps you've been kind of on this same routine for a while. So when this came out, I put it in between the Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance. And you're getting so many Pentacles and Cups. So now you got more Cups here too. So you got the Three of Cups to clarify the Five of Cups. So right when you lose 3, you get, right when you lose 5, you get 3, and then you get 4. So you end up with an extra one, actually, don't you? Coming together. So you're coming out of this heartbreak and you're going into getting through this situation, perhaps by seeing the abundance that you already have, making a gratitude list. I know, but make a gratitude list. That's something that's being pushed for me to say. Make a gratitude list. And certain things are coming to a completion. I think a decision will be made, and you're taking the proper actions for whatever is happening right now, and you're working hard at it, staying focused. And then we have the Four of Swords with truce, and then we have the Knight of Swords. And I feel like you are able to temper this in your month. So sometimes when we get a card, how it reads to me, the images and what comes to me is, so we have Four of Swords, and it's about coming to a place of understanding and maybe not rushing into things so furiously. Because I always look at the horse that the knight is riding, or what catches my eye initially. Some of you are being affected by weather, so there's a bit of an energy that's pretty intense, and so you have a sense of urgency. If you're experiencing any sort of stress or post-traumatic stress, be sure to not feel hesitant to seek counseling or to seek support. It's just important to know that there are therapists, and it is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And there are all kinds of support tools to surround you with as you lean forward. And seeing these Four of Swords, seeing the color green and how it's illuminating into my eyes, and seeing the swords crossed and the shape that it's bringing up for me, feels as though you need to just look within your heart and let that space help to flourish out a more balanced way of being with yourself and being with the situation that you're in, because I feel like it's kind of chaotic and it's been, but you're doing okay. And if you've been feeling like, it's not coming, it's for you, it looks like it is. Everything's coming together. And the Fool indicates to me perhaps that you're a fool if you've doubted that the universe doesn't have your back. I mean, don't doubt that. The universe, it's got you. The divine has got you. Love has got you. Like, you are part of that. So you're not alone in this chickadee or chick man. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards from the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. But before I do that, I'm being called to maybe pick another card from the Osho Zen Tarot deck. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle that. There are various things going on but with Aries right now. But I can say that you're going to be flourishing financially, turning to nature, and if you are being affected by things happening in nature, perhaps grounding yourself within your work. Sometimes work is the best remedy, and Aries, you guys know how to handle it, that's for sure. You know how to get to work if you need to, and you don't have to work that much. It seems like you just put in some effort, and it's like you guys just, some of you though, and if you're in that group that has a heartache, I'll do a love reading, and if you're expecting, congratulations. If you've been trying, I see a bunny in the Queen of Pentacles card, and when that shows up right away, then I have the sense that, fertility is there. If anything, there's a concern, and seeing the doctor might be necessary. Don't always just think, oh, well, I'll just think about it and look at it later. It's okay. Don't put off things when it has to deal with your health. Just go do it. Don't ask a neighbor. Don't ask a friend. Don't ask your toe. Don't ask the safety pin. Just go and see the doctor. Don't ask a tarot card reader, and don't ask an intuitive or anything. Just go to someone who's been trained to look at the health issue, and then you go to your support tools and other support systems, and but get an answer. They're not God either, though. Doctors are not God. I know from personal experience. They might tell you one thing, and doesn't mean that's necessarily what's going to happen. So it's just that they've been educated so they can take a look at it, give you a better answer about how to approach it, how to deal with it, what to do with that. You know. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. The burden. The burden. The burden, the burden, the burden. What is the feeling of burden that's coming up for you, Aries? Why? Why do you feel? Does someone feel burdened, or do you feel... I'm going to look at that image a little bit more. So looking at this, I feel as though, yeah, you've been coming off of, I just wanted to get an overall closure card. I like to pick one sometimes. And it's been an edgy path. It's been a weird travel, it's been weird. But things are moving along, and it feels like you're carrying the world on your shoulders. It feels like you also have like a chicken on the top of your head telling you, like, someone kind of nagging you maybe. That's irritating, that is. That's always annoying. But if you're being nagged about something, the person's exhausted. Someone's exhausted of that for sure. But Aries, you tend to carry a lot of things on your shoulders, and I feel like that's kind of what's coming up here. So let's go ahead and take a look what the Osho Zen Tarot has to say. When we carry a load of shoulds and shouldn'ts imposed on us by others, we become like this ragged, struggling figure trying to make his way uphill. Go faster, try harder, reach the top, shouts the foolish tyrant he carries on his shoulder, while the tyrant himself is crowned with an imperious rooster. It wasn't a chicken, it was a rooster. I always get them mixed up. Since I was a kid. Alright, enough about me. If life these days feels like just a struggle from the cradle to the grave, it could be time to shrug your shoulders and see what it feels like to walk without these characters on your back. You have your own mountains to conquer, your own dreams to fulfill, but you will never have the energy to pursue them until you release yourself from all the expectations you've gathered from others, but that you now think are your own. Chances are they exist only in your own mind, but that doesn't mean they can't weigh you down. It's time to lighten up and send them on their way. So it's time to tell them fools they gotta move out. Or if you need to bring in the fool, sometimes using a more playful, kinder approach to getting your point across. That might be a new hat to try on. A man's true life is the way in which he puts off the lie imposed by others on him. Stripped, naked, natural, he is what he is. This is a matter of being and not of becoming. The lie cannot become the truth. The personality cannot become your soul. There is no way to make the non-essential the essential. The non-essential remains non-essential, and the essential remains essential. They are not convertible. And striving towards truth is nothing but creating more confusion. The truth has not to be achieved. It cannot be achieved. It is already the case. Only the lie has to be dropped. All aims and ends and ideals and goals and ideologies, religions and systems of improvement and betterment are lies. Beware of them. Recognize the fact that as you are a lie, manipulated and cultivated by others. Striving after truth is a distraction and a postponement. It is the lie's way to hide. See the lie. Look deep into the lie of your personality. Because to see the lie is to cease to lie. No longer to lie is to seek no more for any truth. There is no need. The moment the lie disappears, truth is there. and all its beauty and radiance. In the seeing of the lie, it disappears, and what is left is the truth. So I did not write this, but there's a lot of lie. So it's a little interesting. I'm just getting more, so this is my way of also doing my homework and getting more associated with this new deck that a friend of mine sent. And it's lovely. I really do. Like, it's so much, it's another way to look at the cards and another interpretation. I feel that what they're trying to say, if it was hard to understand with all the lie. I think what they were trying to bring out was that the illusion that we actually know what we're made of, and we're made of something quite amazing, is sometimes the lie that society gives you. Society says you have to be this and that and that and this, and that's the burden that you carry on your shoulders sometimes. Like, I gotta be this, I gotta be that. And maybe with this new entering in your life, there's even more of or this new occurrence and this new responsibility, but this flourishing, this blessing, this getting through a difficult time is all about reassessing what you need and what you don't, and assessing who belongs in your life and who doesn't belong in your life, you know? And the people that are in your life, your surroundings are a lot of what defines you. So if that's a lie, if these people around you are liars, or you have people that are fake around you, do you really feel like that's you? I would hope not. So whatever that burden is, we all have a burden. Maybe this is just something in Aries' closet, shadow closet. But I think you're getting there, and I think it's time to just not allow anyone to really get in your head, not even you. You got it. Everything's okay. Okay? Everything's fine. Everything's good. So you be good to you, you take care of you, you be kind to you so you can be kind to others. All right? Thank you so much for coming by and taking a gander at how I do a reading. And if you like, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. And if you want a private, personal, deep reading, or if you want lighter, we can do that too. Whatever you want. Well, not everything. Just go ahead and contact me. The information is below in the description box. And if you want to know more, there's a little bit more in the About part of the page that you can find out more about me. So thank you so much, and be good, be kind to yourself so you can be kind to others. All right? Had to say it again because that's how I close out. So, all right. Hope to see you again, Aries. Take care. And your love reading should be up in the next couple days. All right? Bye now.